Hello, it's been happening in background action. You know what we got? We got some more Journey. We have some Madonna. Now, Ryan on Patreon, as you know, if you've watched a single one of my Madonna videos, you would know he has been taking me through a very extensive journey of her discography. Interviews, tours, documentaries, albums, like soundtracks, music videos. We have the Mtv Girlie Talk special. So this is, I'm going to presume, about the tour that we've just watched. I've reacted to that. Go watch it on the channel. All the uncuts are on Patreon, FYI. Then we've got Madonna on the David Letterman show, and then we've got Madonna, I'll Remember Now. This is a soundtrack song single from the movie with honors. Ryan has said this is kind of like the interim into like transitioning out of erotica. So we're going to be leaving erotica, which is pretty sad because this has been one of the coolest eras just in terms of everything that's come with it. I'm not sure if I will be able to ever rank the albums in terms of what I love the most. I have loved a lot of the songs on this album though, like honestly, Bad Girl, still to this day, Justice, I need to see it live somehow or some way. Maybe she has, I don't know, maybe that's coming. However, you guys have all been loving the journey, you've all been here, you've been giving me the information. I feel like every time I get transported back in time, A, we're just seeing her, you know, in this time capsule, but B, like reading all the comments about, you know, how you guys experienced it firsthand and all that kind of stuff. It honestly, it's the best stuff to read. It's almost been like my queer history journey. I've learned so much as well about queer stuff, so it's just been really, really awesome. I've loved it, as you know. Like I mentioned, if you want to see any of the uncuts, they are all on Patreon. Ryan is doing God's work, and yeah, it's awesome, so thank you so much, Ryan. What's coming next? Oh, that exploded. Ooh. Ooh. La la. Alright, first things first, MTV Girlie Talk Show Special. Girlie Talk Special, Jesus. Girlie Talk Special. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Juliette Honan, and behind me are the pink and yellow walls of the house where Madonna lives when she's in Los Angeles. Well, of course, in fact, I became friends with her a few years ago, so when we were discussing, she suggested we do something a little different, perhaps a little more intimate. Paris-based designer Jean-Paul Gaultier and Jenny Shimizu, who's an up-and-coming model, and just for fun, the French rugby team. Here's what happened.
What? Yeah, there's those pants in that outfit. Someone said that she wore pants, which I prefer than the shorts.
Is this the most difficult thing you've done in terms of
tattoos?
I wouldn't say it's the most difficult. I think it's one of the biggest undertakings I've ever undertaken. And it has been very difficult, but I would say that it's much more difficult to do something.
She always had that gap in her teeth. Why am I only just noticing this?
Like sit in my trailer all day waiting 12 hours for them to set up a shot and then get to the end of the day and find out that we're not shooting that scene after all, and then have to go home and feel like I've accomplished nothing all day.
So true, don't think about that.
Alec is one of your best friends, and he was on the last tour. What's it like being without him and being without the cameras?
It's a lot easier, I have to say. I was just thinking about that the other night. That added a whole another tension, because I was always working. I mean, the cameras were always in the room. That probably ended up stressing me out more too, you know. That probably made me even more run down, sicker, instead of going to bed, you know what I mean? The cameras were always beating us places, and we'd have to stay longer, and then Alec would make us do things over and over again. He was so mean to me.
God, it feels like, yeah, so long ago.
So did you supply Madonna with this great outfit today?
Yes.
My outfit. And I only charge $250 per fashion show.
Which is not very expensive.
Exactly. What
Your
agent?
agent.
Who's my agent?
Yeah.
They're called cheapskates.
Yes, I know them.
No.
But you were in that one.
And now I know this is like a homage. It's still so weird though.
Like a Virgin, your rendition of Like a Virgin come from?
There you go.
Well, I sort of had this thing that every time, since that was like one of the biggest records I ever had, and people always associate that song with me, I always want to do that in my show, but I always want to do a different interpretation of it.
I do like that she does it different each time.
I was thinking of doing it, but I wasn't sure that I should do it, and then when I asked Gene Kelly to come in and watch my show, he started talking to me about how he'd worked with Marlene Dietrich once, and she'd asked him to stage a show for her. He said, you know, you really must do a number dressed as a man and in a tux and in a top. So I had the idea, but I wasn't sure, and he kind of gave me the courage to do it. Well, I just had my agent call his agent. We'd been watching tons and tons of movies as we were formulating the show and figuring out what we wanted to do, choreographically, costume-wise, set design-wise, everything. And
very cool, like the research that went into it.
I was so nervous talking to him on the phone. Gene?
When did you two meet?
The first time I truly saw you, it was in the MTV Awards the first time. She was singing Like a Virgin, you know, and I was like, my God. Because, you know...
Who is that twat?
God.
I say, my God, she's fabulous.
Did we dance?
we danced, and it was only
It is
after
wild,
the-
that
the
flashback.
tour.
Who came up with all the ideas for arrangements, and what music do you listen to that's kind of influences you?
I have the most incredible musicians, and so and fool around, pull out ideas, talk about things, and then the next day I would work with the dancers all day long, staging stuff, and then that night I'd go and work with musicians, and that day they'd have like put all their heads together and worked out some stuff. I walked in and they had done what they'd done to Erotica, and I just thought it was amazing. And then I shape it and edit it and stuff like that, but that's basically how every song went. I mean, I wasn't interested in just doing what was on the record, because you can just buy a record and listen to the same song.
Yeah, like
The show came to be, and that's
the
how I
show
came up
at
with the
different
music.
edge.
I'm thinking of doing a live album with the musicians that I've been working with. I haven't written with musicians
comes.
that way for a really long time. I usually just like write with the person I'm co-producing with, and it becomes very insulated. I kind of like the idea of writing stuff with live musicians, kind of the old-fashioned way, you know?
Alright. I love that they do like end of part one. Little adverts.
Hi, I'm Big Ray Cokes, the biggest star in showbiz. Hi, I'm Big Ray Cokes. And since I am so big and November is so big, MTV gave me my very own big weekend. Big competitions, big live
I
nights.
will not be tuning into this.
Big this weekend.
Crazy. It's cool having just seen a concert and now you get to see like, yeah, I guess like a mini behind the scenes.
The crowd was going completely mad, and you said, I'm not going to abuse my power.
Well, I was being facetious, because it's a bit of an inside joke, because it's for people who know me and know how anal I am and organized I am. I can't even take a vacation without being extremely regimented.
I wonder if she's like a Virgo.
John Paul's the only man I'm going to marry.
What do you adore about him?
Also my body sometimes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
kinda-
you don't know
it's
it
kinda
very
nice
well.
now.
But anyway, I will show you.
Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on
Oh, the Gene Kelly, okay. Vogue is such a song that's grown on me so much.
Now, a lot of people would say, why bother? You proved yourself, done it before.
I don't know why people always say, you already did, you know, you have everything, you have fame, you have fortune, you know, why don't you just go and grow a tomato garden or something? Because it's not about proving that I can do one thing. It's about, without sounding corny, being an artist, and the artistic life is creation, and when you have ideas, you want to express them. So if you have one idea and it came off well, that doesn't mean that, you know, that's it.
Yeah, that's the only idea
Your
I've
life
got.
goes on. And as long as I'm inspired, I'm going to keep doing things.
Now, well, what does inspire you?
Life inspires me. The most absurd, mundane things could inspire me.
I mean, a lot of people could look at your life and say, when do you have time to experience all this stuff?
As I'm living, I mean,
That's a good
all
question.
you have to do is keep your eyes open and watch things. I mean, you can learn a lot just sitting in an airport terminal watching people, you know, or, you know, I do a lot of reading because I'm always stuck on an airplane somewhere. You can always get something out of something. Come over here.
That's, yeah, such an intelligent answer.
Come on, don't get all clammed up now, all right? Here, bark plug, she will not speak to you. Okay? Are you shy?
No, I'm not.
Wait, show him this one. Tattoo of me she had put on her arm when I had long hair. Here, show him one of the back. The last one is the only one MTV really played. I was really jealous when I saw that movie. I wish I directed it. It was like the coolest movie ever from a female point of view.
I wonder how well it did.
A male point
Oh,
of view,
it's
and
like
then
she
life,
reminded me of Kate
and,
Blanchett.
and what it's like to be on the other side when you have the same feelings, and how
That's the dude from Titanic.
and how if you're a man you're really allowed to behave one way, and if you're a woman you're not.
Yep.
Would you like to direct?
Yeah.
Would you like to direct your own movie?
Yeah, definitely. Not having, I mean, that
While there's
inspires me.
progression, it's
Always
still
wanted to.
so
Do
relevant.
you think that's in the near future?
Yeah, I have some ideas, but I don't really want to talk about them. You know. I need this detail.
Okay.
In Hollywood, I mean, you got to deal with studio people. At the last minute, a research screening can change the end of your movie.
There's a lot of that in the music industry too. I mean, you definitely have to play the game. I know a lot of radio disc jockeys who refuse to play a lot of the songs on my album because of my controversial image and stuff. So I mean, it's not like I can make a record and put it out there and nobody gets in the way and there's no sort of censorship or anything like that. When you make a movie, there's 100 people involved. It costs a billion times more money, and everyone's got to put their 2 cents in. I can't imagine playing my album for a room of 100 teenagers and asking them all to write down on a piece of paper what I should change. I mean, that's, I think, a devastating thing to do to an artist, you know.
I'm pretty sure that's how like
The
some
whole
people
idea
make their
of
music on TikTok.
movie makers is
Or they get feedback as they're making a song.
disappointing.
So funny, it's just like that's a horrible thing to do to an artist. And the part 2. Love her answers though, like just so intelligent. I mean, we've already known that, but
Throughout your career, you know, you've been criticised. It seems to me.
such a
criticized.
What a shocker.
such a casual interview. I love it. I love
It
this
seems
chick.
like particularly brutal in the last year or so. Have you noticed that? And
No.
Why do you think that is? I mean, is there a Madonna backlash?
I think there's a kind of bitterness
Cool
and a kind of
question.
jealousy and envy when they see that someone is happy doing what they want to do in their life and actually making money or earning a living at it. Now, I don't think that I go around flaunting the fact that I'm rich or that I have money, but
See, even just owning it,
I
like
absolutely,
she's like,
I
I'm rich.
absolutely do what I want with my life. If I buy a house and I want to paint it pink, that's what I do, you know? If I want to write a book about my sexual fantasies, that's what I do. When people are afraid of you or your ideas, it's their instinct to want to quiet you and get rid of you. And they will do it any way they can. Rumors that you're dying of a terminal illness,
That's probably the AIDS like thing, right?
that you've had plastic surgery, to saying that you're old or you're ugly or you're untalented. They will do anything, they will resort to anything. I've just really gotten to the point now where I just think, I mean, the absurdity of it all. Now people are starting to write 10-page articles about how my career is over with. And I sit there and I think, well,
You're writing
why
10
are
pages.
you writing about it?
Yeah.
I mean, why, if everything I do is so abysmally boring and dull and you're not interested, then why have you taken the time to actually sit down? You know what I mean? Because I do remember a time when I didn't have so many enemies so many years ago.
I love this version of her.
Michael, don't be afraid to look at me.
Il faut pas avoir peur de la regarder.
I'm not gonna bite you.
I just want to know, when was the last time you were surrounded by this many men?
That's nice.
Last night.
Oh my god, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
How do I meet people? Well, I rely on my friends. I don't know, I call up my agent and ask her if she's got so-and-so's phone number. I don't know, I mean...
That's kind of sad.
It's tough, I have to say, but somehow it happened. And I trust the people that I trust not to bring around people that are untrustworthy. So...
Yeah, this is very cool interview.
Tell me about your hair though. Why did you decide to have it all cut off?
Yes.
Well,
Don't have to wash it.
the last time... Honey, listen, I didn't wash it when it was long, okay? I went through this Pippi Longstocking phase where I just had to have, like, pink red hair and braids and bangs. And
Right.
when I dyed my hair with all these crazy colors, it really, I sort of gave myself a haircut because then I tried to make it blonde again.
So she's
And my hair
damaged
started
it.
to- For the tour, I just wanted something clean. And after I cut all the dancers' hair, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with my hair. And I thought of having it dark, like in my Rain video, but then I didn't want to have the same color hair as all the dancers. So I cut it short, have it dark when the tour's over with. But it is really good to change. Everyone always says, oh, she reinvented herself. But the thing is, I just get a new haircut every year, which everyone should do, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think it's...
It's really good for your head to not get stuck in your way of thinking, like, this is how I look, this is my image, this is who I am. Wakes you up and makes you dress another way and think another way and carry yourself another way.
Now, will the two of you work together again, do you think?
Certainement.
Ah oui, ça c'est sûr.
Certainly. I wonder how big he was before they started collabing.
Well, I don't know about a year, but I just like to take some time off, have some fun. Not that this isn't fun.
That is so short. Julia was cool. I love the questions.
Last time. You never lived here before, honey.
Right, everybody look at me.
That's my life.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess just so different having these different parts of it. Like they're doing this. Yeah. I mean, what's new? We've got the same stuff that we kind of already knew with the intelligentness. I think you definitely got another insight into her life and just her thoughts here. Like, even about the hair, I really want to know why she'd cut it. And obviously, you know, she bleached it badly, but then I just like her perspective on it. I mean, that's probably an afterthought as well, but just, again, it's about not getting stuck in your ways and challenging how you view yourself and not allowing others to, I guess, pigeonhole you. Love that she spoke about, you know, she's saying, like, I am rich and famous, but that doesn't mean that that's all I am, and I'm not, like, flaunting it. However, I'm not going to hide away from the fact that I am. The artistry comments, I love it, how it's just so relevant now, you know, in terms of, like I said, how people make music. I'm sure they would agree that that's not how you should make music, and I guess it really does take away your own creativity. Love the commentary on, like, the studios versus movie stuff. Like, I don't know, just all very poignant. Is that the right word? It just sounds like it is the right word in this circumstance, and still relevant in today. Such a forward thinker, such a forward just person. So direct, so honest, funny, the quirkiness, she just feels so confident now. Those flashbacks to the 80s feels like a lifetime ago, and it's like literally only 10 years. The amount she's done in 10 years is just incredible. Love the interviewer. I don't know, even just seeing where she lives, like, you just get to see a bit more in this interview, and that's all her interviews do. They just give you more and more about her, and she's just so open, forthcoming. I love it. Such a sick interview. Not long enough. The adverts were bloody, what, 10 minutes of that? I definitely think they could have been longer. You could have easily just sat through like 1 hour, 2 hour interview of just them, yeah, just chatting. I love the interjections of John Paul and then the rugby team, just, again, different quirkiness. You do not see that stuff today. Like, her coughing, it's just so organic. I love it. Alright, next one, David Letterman. I'm going to presume this is maybe one of her bigger talk show debuts. I know she's done one with Jonathan Ross. Obviously, David Letterman is, you know, huge. Yeah, I'm going to presume he was big back then. Let's see what it's all about. Let's go.
Everything's fine. Just relax, will you?
Oh my god, look how young he looks.
Here she is, Madonna.
Yeah, I wonder if this is like one of her bigger... Oh, what the hell? Entirely different look. She did say it was going to go darker after the tour. God, doesn't it change how she looks? She's been nervous.
I'm only here because there isn't a Knicks game. Don't get excited.
Oh, come on. Why don't you go kiss the guy in the
Why are you
audience?
so obsessed with my sex life?
As we all know, I have none of my own.
Well,
Go kiss the guy in the audience. It would knock him out. Look at that guy.
he's not tall enough.
I like that. She said, I can't.
Yeah, well, I've never succumbed to peer pressure.
Good for you. That's what we love about you, Madonna.
Yes.
What brings you...
Incidentally, you are a sick...
Good on that. But he does seem a bit feral.
I don't know why I get so much...
You realize this is being broadcast, don't you? Well, you don't be talking like that.
What?
I say, oh, never mind.
Wait a minute, aren't you going to smell them? I gave them to you for a reason.
Let's see what I'm doing at my house right now.
Oh my gosh, she did not.
I gave him my underpants and he won't smell.
What?
That's not where they go.
No, that's, no, believe me, that's where the underwear goes. That's, here's where I keep my panties.
That's where you keep my pants.
Okay. Untrue rumor? But you like basketball.
Isn't that an oxymoron, an untrue rumor?
No, not necessarily.
Not
Not necessarily. Some rumors are
Jumbo
true.
shrimp,
Yeah, jumbo shrimp, yes. Oxymoron, I mean...
Untrue rumor.
No,
That's
some
like
rumors are true.
funny David Letterman.
Oh. Lol.
Sir, you're the luckiest man in the house.
Okay, don't show it if we can't see it. I love her in this one.
That microphone is really long.
Oh my god.
Speaking of the NBA. I'm sorry. I always go there, and really, I don't care. I mean...
So now let's talk about your interest in the NBA. You go to a lot of games. You were friends with Charles Barkley.
I wouldn't go that far.
You weren't friends with Charles Barkley?
I don't think he understands the meaning of friendship.
Oh, really? He seems like he might be a hothead, that guy.
Yeah.
Did you know him at all?
Yeah.
Did it hurt when you had that thing put in your nose?
I thought you were going to ask me if it hurt something else.
Yeah, literally.
I thought you were going to continue the Charles Barkley line of questioning.
Wow, man, this is... What a revelation.
And the answer
lovely
is,
young woman.
yes.
No, but you have, now what happens when
Both
you
questions,
when you
yes.
take that out? Will you ever take that?
What happens when you take it out?
Yeah.
Both questions?
Oh, come on. Come on. What am I speaking Chinese here? Now stop it.
Listen. Listen, all you do is talk about my sex life on your show, so now you don't want to talk about my sex life when I'm on your show.
No, what do you mean? You mean because we refer to you periodically, we make jokes?
Periodically?
Yeah.
You can't get through a show without talking about me or thinking about me.
This is the best one.
Do you mind that? Is that a problem for you?
It's never a problem.
All right, I tell you what, let's do. Let's do a commercial. You want to do a commercial?
No.
Okay, we'll do a commercial
I don't think
and
we
then.
should ever cut to a commercial.
No,
Let's
we'll-
just keep talking and film every second of it.
Oh yeah, because if the rest of it is as fascinating as the first part of it, then we.
This is so good.
Before we cut to a commercial, I just want to know, is that a rug?
You're talking about my hair. All right, what is that, a swim cap? What are you wearing?
A swim cap. That is the best.
Come on! I
I got a bad man.
Don't make me act a fool, Dave. All right?
That's so good together.
Do you want to touch my dress?
Yeah, I would like to press those. Very nice, very nice. Commercial, and we're gonna wash her mouth out with
smell
soap,
my underwear.
and then we'll be right back, kids. Come on back. Madonna is here.
Nash is smoking a cigar.
Did you have jobs like that when you were a kid? You work in grocery stores, bagging groceries, any of that?
No.
Have you ever been in a grocery store?
You really, yeah.
Yeah, good.
No, you really changed since the last time I was on the show.
Well, we haven't seen you since like 6 years, 7
I
years
know.
or so.
You used to be really kind of, like, cool.
I know. There is no bigger dweeb than me.
Money's made you soft.
Really? You think so?
Because you just kiss up to everybody in your show now.
Oh.
You do, man. You're always kissing up to, like, I see all these, like, you know, movie stars coming here, and you're
Right.
just...
Right.
I can suspend that behavior tonight if you like.
I don't think she's gonna care.
I believe you have already.
Oh, I know. Now we're just kidding around. Explain to folks. We're just kidding. What is driving you nuts here? What's troubling you?
About you or life in general?
Well, let's start with life in general.
No, let's just get back to you.
Okay, fine. You're not irritated at all. I know
You're
this
not
is a little.
irritating me.
Okay, good.
Are you trying to?
No, I'm not trying to irritate you.
Actually, you do irritate me sometimes.
Well, you kind of irritate me too.
Really?
You see, we have so much in common.
I know. Actually, I brought something to, like, make a point.
All right, okay, good.
You are always me on the show. You are always...
Oh my
This-
god.
You are always with me on the show.
That they just had no power because she would just do whatever.
Where is that thing?
Oh my god, the old people.
See what you're doing? See? You see what you're doing?
That's so good.
A nice where are you folks
Fuck 'em.
from? Yeah, Appleton, Wisconsin. Look, they drove all the way. They came in an Avis car and
Will
they
you
went
shut
to
up,
see.
please? Let's get to the tape. I brought a tape to prove that he's obsessed with me.
All right, so you think that we refer to you far too much on the show?
Yeah.
All right, roll the tape, Al. Let's see what she's talking about here. Like what happened, I look up and there's Madonna.
There she was.
Riding her bicycle. Hal, roll my home videotape of Madonna. Watch this. This is very impressive. Look, there she is. Okay. All right.
What's that all about?
Now, can you do that? What, you don't have a problem with chafing when you're out there like that?
Oh.
My ass looks a lot better than that. It's just the right size.
Now, when you leave here tonight, what are you going to do? Are you going to go out? You're going to go...
Me, Dave.
Oh, jeez. Please.
Wait, aren't there any other segments? That's it?
We have more tape for Madonna.
I like the way you say my name.
It sounds to me like somebody might be with
Somebody...
you.
It's okay.
He's dying over the swear words.
I want to thank you folks for coming in for this run-through show. Thank you very much. This, of course, will never see the light of day. You won't miss a thing tonight. You have a top 10 list, I'm told.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it.
You're sitting on it. Oh, are we going to do the list? I heard Morty over there weaseling. First he said, no. And then I said, are we going to do the list? And he said, sure.
There seems to be a lot of confusion right now.
Yeah, guess why?
Is it because I've been saying...
Oh my god.
You can't.
Speak the truth
You
and shame the devil,
can't,
baby.
no, you can't be coming on here. This is American television. You can't be talking like that. Now we're going to have to...
Why?
Well, because people don't want that in their own homes at 11:30 at night.
They don't? Wait a minute.
Yeah!
Oh
yes,
my-
sir!
god. But then why are they watching her?
Wait a minute. People don't want to hear the word.
Oh, stop it! Will you stop? Ladies and gentlemen, turn down your volume. Turn the volume down immediately. She can't be stopped. There's something wrong with her.
What do people think? There's definitely something wrong with me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. Anyways.
We have to do another commercial. We have to do another commercial.
I don't think we should.
No, we're going to do one.
I think we should break the rules tonight.
I'm calling the shots.
I think
We're
we
doing
should
another commercial.
break the rules.
We'll be right back.
Oh god, this is chaotic. My mouth actually hurts from smiling.
Madonna is with us, and if you're just joining us so far, it's been a fascinating interview.
Yeah, Dave just slobbered all over my
Now, you
cigar.
asked me to light it for it, and I thought I was doing the gentlemanly
This is the
thing.
closest I'm ever going to get to kissing you.
Oh, well, we could certainly change that, you know what I mean? I don't have to wait in line. It's a joke, I'm sorry.
Well, you're not in the NBA, so forget about it.
I'm told that you prepared a little special comedy thing for us, your own kind of...
Me?
Yes, your top 10 list there. And I think all America is... oh, man. Damn thing seems to be stuck. Somebody bring me the jaws of life. How you been? You doing all right? You look pretty good. Everything going all right?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, yeah.
Seems all very rehearsed. Why did you have to go and read a top 10 list?
But we do it every night. Have you ever seen the show?
No.
Well, actually, I have seen the show, but I've always been doing something while I was watching
Oh,
the
I
show.
know. I've heard all about
Exactly.
you.
It's not funny. Forget it.
They clapped that.
Well, now what the hell we got?
It.
No, you know...
Now we're going to have to deal with each other.
Oh, let's don't do that. We have tape? Tape of what?
Tape, why can't we just talk to each other? Why do we have to have all this contrived? You know, the tape, the list, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Don't you want to show everybody the underwear?
I think most everybody has seen underwear.
No, they haven't seen mine and mine.
Oh, no, that's not true.
They've seen less than that. Yeah.
Oh, geez, we're out of time.
This is wild.
I get a big kick out of you, and
Really?
we're just, you know,
What part of your body?
I think you're a nice,
Where?
you know, I think you're a decent, nice person, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I'm happy you could come by here tonight and gross us all out.
Isn't there anything you really want to ask me?
You know, it seems like we know almost everything there is to know about you.
Really?
Well, yeah, tell us something we don't know.
Damn thing.
Yeah, like what? What's the next look? What's the next incarnation? What's the next sort of image? What do we...
That's what you want to know?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you want to know.
Oh, geez, we're out of time.
Did you know that it's good if you pee in the shower?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm serious.
Lol.
Peeing in the shower is really good. It fights athlete's foot. I'm serious. No, urine is like an antiseptic. The enzymes in your body.
Don't you know a good pharmacist? Get yourself some Desinex or whatever that stuff is.
Oh my god.
I wanted to share something that I knew with you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll try and wrap this up
Do you
again.
have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What do you care? What, like a guy like me wouldn't have a girlfriend? Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Are you currently interested in someone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Dave.
Dave? No. Get out, everybody!
Whoa.
We have to say goodbye now.
Why?
Because we have other guests.
Why?
Probably not anymore, but we should.
Can't this just go on and on?
It seems like it has.
Oh my god. This is so good.
We want to get the Counting Crows out here, and we want to get the bagger. Well, we want to hear their song. The grocery bagger, you don't want to break his heart, do you? No. Look at this. Look, see? You're right. Oh, okay.
It's not really this late anyways. This is all fantasy.
Right, but I mean, when
We're living ahead of the time that it actually is.
Exactly. Very heavy, Madonna. Thank you. I don't know. I know.
Oh my.
Don't make me act a fool.
So I think what we'll...
Wait a minute. I just want to ask you one more question.
Sure, go ahead. Shoot.
Have you ever smoked endo?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever smoked endo?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a damn liar.
I know. I don't.
What?
I don't know what you're
You
talking
should.
about. Okay, all right. Well, I'll put that on my list of things to do. Okay. Pee in the shower. Get those panties cleaned. Okay.
Don't tell me you haven't peed in the shower. Everybody pees in the shower.
That's
Everybody
right.
picks their nose.
Yeah, okay.
Why do you keep flashing that card? Can't we just break the rules?
No.
Who said that?
No, that's the guy you wouldn't kiss earlier.
Oh, she is gonna go. Oh.
All right, okay. Now,
Is the show almost
the
over?
show is nearly over. Yeah, we have to say
We
goodbye
only have
now.
a few minutes
We only
left.
have a few minutes, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart. It was nice of you to stop by tonight.
Says nothing.
Madonna!
When you come back, I'll still be here.
Of course, that's what I was going to say. She won't
not
leave.
going anywhere.
We can't get rid of her. What if she's here tomorrow night? That's crazy.
What is... This is what...
You know, just for the hell of it, let's do a commercial and see what happens. We'll be right back.
I hope she's still there, please. Oh no, that sucks. Oh my god. Oh my god, my eyes were watering the entire time from just laughing, smiling. My jaw literally hurts. 20 minutes of just insanity, but just such good sparring, like bantering with each other, burning each other. Like such a good roasting. Like unintentional, I presume going into it that that's what was gonna happen, but just perfect. I love her calling out, I just guess like talk shows in general how just so rehearsed and not natural. That's got to be one of the most unscripted, most bizarre interview in terms of like just being so good. There is obviously awkward interviews in history, but that one's got to be one of the ones where the guest just really does whatever they want. Amount of time she swore, she's smoking a cigar, obviously that wouldn't happen today, but just that in itself is iconic. Everything, just the jesting, I love how he just went in on her as well. I love that they weren't scared about that. Their chemistry was so good. I thought it was going to be a bit weird to begin with, but then you know, totally just got like lost in them. She looked incredible. I loved her look here. I loved just her in general. This is just so fun. I love that she spoke about these like taboo subjects because I just resonate with that so well because I think we should talk more about these things. So she's been on him 6 years ago, so that would have been in the 80s. This is 1994. Love, absolutely my favourite interview of all time by her. That's the best one so far. Incredible. What a way to wrap up like erotica as a whole. It just really, I guess, just literally does wrap it up. The provocativeness, the like being yourself, being true to you, being weird, being, you know, sexually liberated, talking about that stuff. Love it. Love. The best. Again, I could just listen to that and watch that for hours upon hours. It was just so good. Like how was 20 minutes over like that, but just felt so long because there was so much going on. And I guess it was really just them talking and her controlling the conversations. Love. Alright, we do got to go on with the soundtrack single song from the movie with Honest I'll Remember. Ryan did say, you know, it's going to be hard to kind of like leave erotica now, jump into this mindset, because obviously with these two interviews, so personal, so getting to know it, David Letterman's so funny, whereas now we're going in with, I'm going to presume something quite serious, so let's mourn erotica. Let's move on from it. One of the best eras. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get out of my head straight away, but I still want to go on with this music video, so let's go on with it and see how I feel at the end. Let's go. That's Brendan Fraser. I love that now he's like huge as well now. Got me that 90s feel, like quintessential. The filming's very unusual. God, Patrick Dempsey. Yeah, that angle is so interesting, like bizarre. She's like producing herself. happiness. Yes.
What picture?
That's her, right? Ooh. That's cool. Real. Love that shot. Such a contrast from that interview to this video. Like, wow. Yeah, so she's like the CEO of like herself. Love that last shot. Yeah, I actually like seeing that after the interview. It just shows the diversity and the range, and you would not think someone doing that type of song, music video would then be that chaotic in interview or just, you know, quite like eccentric. So I actually love the contrast, and I love it's almost like, yeah, like an interim into the next era, which I'm pretty sure is bedtime stories. So that's what we're moving into. We're leaving erotica behind, and I'm so excited to see what's next. David Letterman, best way to wrap up the era. Like I said, it just really encapsulated it. Love the song, quintessential 90s. She's got that kind of millennial look that, you know, the early 2000s had as well. So again, I don't know, always before her time. We know that at this point, but yeah, I really like the song, just so nice. Her voice was beautiful. I loved all the imagery, some of the shots of her. Like I said, there were some weird ones, but some really stunning ones. Beautiful video, beautiful era, beautiful woman, just iconic at this point. I think, yeah, we've already established how much now I just love her and respect her, and just I'm so appreciative for the things she's done for music, for women, you know, for everyone, for the rights of so many people. Let me know, guys, everything down below. What did you think of the interview? What was happening at the time when that David Letterman interview came out? The interview one was so cool. I loved her commentary on people writing stuff about her and how she has so many more enemies now, and you know, we really tear people down who are successful, making money and being their authentic true self. It's just still true today. Nothing's changed. Humans are just very odd people, and I know we've got to keep challenging the status quo and stop just believing the things that we've been told or that research has upon things that are obviously based so much on what society has deemed how it needs to be. Full Uncut, as always, is on Patreon. Yeah, wow. Wow. That interview shook me to my core. It's like one of the best interviews I've ever seen. If you like my videos, hit like and subscribe. If you want to keep joining me on my journey, I've done everything leading up to here. Go check it out on my channel. I'm on Instagram at Griffin. Come join my Discord. All that jazz. Hope you're having a good run. Benny's gonna go.